And holy flaming fart knockers, Batman!
We're back.
You got all three of us on video today. We are hitting up another spicy beer. I am the Mighty Plantain, by the way. Most of you know that. We got EM Destroyer and Boosh on board. And we're looking at something from Flying Dog. Now, they have an entire heat series of beers.
Was this part of it?
I won't lie,
Doesn't
this
say
has
on
me
the label.
very intrigued.
Exactly. It doesn't say on here it's part of the heat series, but I believe it's got to be. I mean, we've had the Oak Chipotle Ale. And this one, like you said, the intriguing part, this is a Mango Habanero IPA. So we have a hoppy beer that's got habanero peppers, nice and spicy, and then some mango thrown in for good measure.
Quite a mashup we have.
Should be really, really interesting. We've been doing a lot of spicy beers, and this one may be a contender for the Spicy Beer Showdown that I've got.
We'll
brewing.
decide that.
Exactly. And it's a matter of, if I do we actually decide to put it in, then we got to find 3 more bottles, because I think this one is not in circulation anymore. I think we got lucky finding this down at Tradewinds.
Actually, they did have more though, didn't they?
Nope. These were the only 3 that were in the cooler, dude. And I just spotted them at the last minute when I was ready to cut out. So we got lucky.
Yeah, I haven't seen these at Joker's though either.
No, I haven't seen them anywhere else. I know they were out there, but I haven't seen
I'll
them.
tell you, right behind the dark heavies, and probably even equal to, are the spicy ones.
Mm-hmm.
So I am ecstatic to try this one.
Yeah. Spicy
Me too.
beers have really been taken off. We've been seeing more and more of them.
Yeah.
And all 3 fans.
Yeah.
Of the
Well, remember we
fucking
went to the brew fest down in the Boston Harbor.
Extreme
Extreme Fest. I mean, we had
They had-
numerous ones.
They had the
Ghost-
They had a ghost pepper one, but it really wasn't.
I
That
was
spicy,
disappointed.
The one that we had.
Their explanation for that, though, was they wanted the ghost pepper flavor, but they didn't want to kill you with the spiciness, which made
Right.
sense.
Right.
And it was still a solid beer. but
I
it did not
wanted the
live up.
heartburn behind it. If you're gonna
Exactly.
if you're gonna advertise something as Black Death, you better back
Mhm.
it up.
Exactly. With a name like Black Death, I want to look like Scooby-Doo eating a fucking hot coal and
Cartoon
flames
ass.
shooting
Or,
out of my
or
eye.
like I've mentioned before, those hot wings at the Portsmouth Brewfest.
Yeah.
At the
Too.
Portsmouth Brewery.
Those were good hot wings.
Oh yeah.
Anything gets Jeremiah to say they're hot.
Yeah, that's true.
The man with the dulled senses. So, we've been reminiscing, folks. Guess what? We have a lot of good times together. You haven't
Here's
been
another
privy to
one.
all of them, but exactly.
You get the stories.
While we're pouring these out, make sure to hit us up down below with a like and a share, and subscribe to this channel so you get a notification every time there's a new video posted. Hopefully you're getting a lot of value out of them, entertainment-wise, or at least information-wise, taking the mystery out of your local beer cooler. It's almost got a reddish, pinkish tinge to it.
Yep. Very pink.
It's flocculent. There's some flecks in there, a lot of flecks.
I can tell you,
It is
we've had an habanero
projectiles
one
blushing.
before where you just took a sniff of it and
Yeah.
it just singed
The
your nose hairs.
habanero scalping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one actually, when you smelled it, it was overpowering with that habanero. This one,
It's not as much.
it's almost like it's hidden somewhere, and I hope to find it.
I wonder if it's almost in those flocculent flecks
Yeah.
that are floating in there. It's quite cloudy, but I think that's mostly because of the particulate. It's got that bit of a pinkish rosy hue
Yep.
to it. Not very effervescent.
No, not at all. It's actually not even very aromatic.
No?
It really isn't. You can smell that it's
You
that
can
it is
almost
a beer.
You can almost smell like the mango, and that's about it subtly, but not getting an overpower of anything.
Yeah, mango forward, a tad bit of hoppy bitterness, just barely there.
Yeah, just barely.
Just
If it's
barely.
anything.
But yeah, it's like a clean, crisp mango fruitiness.
I'm hoping it just punches you in the face.
When you take a sip.
Well, if it doesn't, we can do that to Boosh.
Sweet.
No.
Count me in.
Boosh likes a good donkey punch once in a while.
No, this one's in your face, not in the back of your head.
No.
It's there.
It's there.
It's not overpowering. It's subtle, but there.
very subtle. It's not a scorching.
So you are
Spicy
getting
heat.
you're getting a little bit of all 3 of the different things.
But I'm not even really getting that much mango.
And neither am I.
Well, it's almost just tastes
It's-
like more of a souped up IPA.
It's almost like they're canceling each other out.
That could be what's happening. We might be seeing a nice interplay of everything. Honestly, the spiciness is maybe just a tad bit in the back of my throat coming up through
On
my
the
nasal
aftertaste.
cavity.
On the
In the
aftertaste.
aftertaste, yeah.
Yeah.
In
Up
terms of
front,
mango-
you get that sweet, little bit of a sweetness of the mango, but you can also tell there's some hops in there too.
See, I'm taking it more as just a regular IPA that's like a little spicier.
It's not quite as good as the oaked chipotle,
In terms
that
of
we've tried.
spiciness,
and in terms of Flying
for
Dog,
me.
and in terms of spiciness too. That needed to.
I'm getting more of the spiciness as I drink it, though.
Yes.
I'm hoping as I go further. Well, actually, you're not too much further down than I am, so.
It's coming through. It's more forward now, but still, it's very subtle. I think they
Right,
might
it
be
is
going,
very subtle.
Yeah, with this, for what we were talking about with that other one earlier, the Black Death, it's really, they're trying to go for the blending of the flavors versus trying to hit you with the spiciness up front. And that might be why it's not labeled as part of the Heat series. I mean, I just assumed it was because it's one of their spicy beers. But
I'm seeing reference to Tom Selleck's mustache on here.
yeah,
I don't know whether to be afraid or intrigued. I'll just say I'm curiously aroused.
there you go. As is any man, straight or otherwise, when they think of Tom Selleck.
He just wants to know if you want a straw. He wants to know if you want a straw with your.
And Bush is demonstrating his kindergarten reading skills right here.
Hey, give him a break. He went to Winslow.
Oh,
Shit, so did we.
Well, the thing is, right now with my eyes, I can't really tell. Too good.
How does that work with women, though? Are they like big blurbs or shadows?
We can
No.
set him up with a 5 and
Well,
tell him
they were
she's
all-
a 10.
Well, yeah,
Well, what
work.
if she's 2 5s?
that won't work.
And they all look like lumpy blobs. Fine.
That's when I take my glasses off.
There you go. So,
Put
And
a
if I look through my left eye,
or put a bag over your head.
Ryan Left Eye Bouchard.
actually you're right. It is getting when you take more of a gulp, more of a sip,
You get more of the
you
spice.
get more of the spiciness.
You do, but it disappears quickly.
Mhm.
Yes.
I want something that's going to sting me and I'm going to really enjoy it.
Yeah.
The
So-
habanero scalping was better.
By far.
By
far.
Yeah.
The chipotle oat aged
Which I didn't get to try that one.
Oh, well, you
with,
will when we do the spicy beer
from
showdown.
Flying Dog.
Yeah.
It had more of the chipotle taste, but it also had more of that oat and charred flavor to begin with, which chipotle actually is charred
Yeah.
to begin with. The well, not jalapeno, but the habanero.
Yeah.
Habanero in this is really good.
Yeah. It's honestly, like I'm looking at it, it's a very well blended set of flavors. Not a single one is like punching me in the face. And I am liking the interplay. There's that subtle spiciness.
It's almost like harmony in between all the
Yes.
ingredients.
Exactly.
And it
there's
is
a
more
subtlety to the spiciness, a subtlety to the hoppiness, and a subtlety to the mango.
Yeah.
That's really blending together, making it a very nice experience. But
I'm not.
See what I'm also getting. I'm getting a lot of the hoppiness, but that
To me, the
that could be
hoppiness is
from-
overshadowing everything.
that is the primary flavor that's coming through. is the
Yeah,
hoppy.
where I'm not even getting much mango.
See,
I'm getting
where
more.
we've actually tasted a lot of different stuff too. I'm
Mhm.
probably getting that back from the last stuff we had. So.
I won't lie. I can honestly say that this probably wouldn't be a contestant in our spicy.
No,
No,
no.
No, I mean it's a good beer. I'll give it that. I mean it's like a IPA 2.0 as far as
Yeah.
spicy, where I mean it gives you a little more kick.
And it's a nice change up
Yeah.
from a regular IPA.
Yeah, it's not gonna burn. It's not gonna burn going down.
Nope.
and it's easy to drink.
It's
actually,
easy to drink.
which can be dangerous.
But if you enjoy a good burn when you're drinking, this is definitely not one to go for that.
The burn is very subtle.
Yeah.
It's there, but it's very subtle. Yeah, so the Spicy Beer Showdown is really more about burning the shit out
And
of
heat.
yourself.
I want heat.
Exactly. So this won't go in there, but in terms of a spicy beer, it's a nice change up from the
They
ones that
all
are
the
just trying to
all the
scorch you.
ingredients complement themselves very well. Where there's not one overshadowing. They're all sort of like combined in harmony. So
And the other thing that we're not seeing right now also is it's 7%.
Yeah, it is a higher.
it is
Right.
a
so
higher
it's not, and we're
alcohol
not tasting
content.
that alcohol content,
Exactly. That's good.
Mhm.
which is a good thing.
I think with the interplay of all the different flavors, the fact that it's not giving me the scorch that I was looking for is losing at some points with me. And and
Me
it doesn't.
big time.
Yeah, and it doesn't claim to. It just says habanero and it says fever dream. So it's not coming right out and saying flaming hot Cheetos or anything like that. So I'm actually
Burns worse than an STD.
Exactly. And the guy who laughs the hardest is the one who's never had to deal with it.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Wait a minute. Maybe I should say the one who's the furthest removed from the subject.
Okay, all right, that's better.
'Cause as far as I know, you haven't had one. I haven't had one, so we're good there. Anyway.
We'll find out later.
Yeah, I'm going to go pee in a cup. So, as I was saying, I think I got to hit this with a 4 out of 5 for me, just because of the uniqueness and the interplay of the flavors and how everything's blending together. If it was scorching hot and still doing that, I probably would bump it up to a 5, because that's what I was really looking for from this beer, but I still got to give it a pretty high rating because of the complexity and the fact that it's so easy to drink.
What do you give it, Boosh?
I actually give it a 4 as well out of 5. And it's just mainly because there's nothing blowing me away,
Mm-hmm.
but it does have that hoppy flavor, which I am kind of starting to get used to.
But you can get that hoppy flavor
Anywhere.
in
And
any beer.
any IPA,
Right.
pretty much, which is actually what this was.
Yeah, there's no particular notes in there that are
Right, but
jumping
there's no
out
notes that are
from
jumping
the
out.
IPA and the hoppy.
When you first taste
Yes.
it, you get a little bit of mango, but not too much.
The scent
don't-
really isn't even there.
Right, but you don't get, and like we said, you don't up front get the lips burning friggin' habanero hot stuff, but it's still pretty good.
And the heat is there.
The heat is there, but it's not.
Subtle.
It's more like jalapeno.
Yeah.
Or they just took a little dash of Tabasco and put it in.
I'm sure there's actually
But
peppers
still-
in there.
But there is actually, right, we know that there is, and it was brewed with that, but it's okay.
I'll give it a 3.
3
out of 5, and that's more or less because I was expecting more, because when I see habanero, I expect
A little more.
that punch in the face, which I invite. I love that spicy. For an average beer drinker or somebody who's looking for one of these, I would definitely agree with you guys on a 4, because it's a good drink.
Mhm.
It's solid. It blends well. You've got the alcohol content. You do have like the mango, the habanero. I would classify it more as like IPA with
It is
the
much closer
hoppiness.
to an IPA than a spicy
Right.
beer.
But with me, I was expecting a little bit more,
Mhm.
and
What-
I'm gonna give it, like I said, a 3.
What would enhance it a little more is if you had some hot wings to go with it.
Or more hot to it.
Yeah.
Right.
So maybe a food pairing or something else to punch up the
That's
spiciness.
a good point. Give it like some culinary pairing to go with it. Maybe it would complement it even more.
Right.
Give
It would
yourself
bring
like
out that
a
flavor a little more, especially if
Right.
you had like the hot wings or even the margaritas, chipotle wings that we
Mhm.
used to have.
yeah,
Those would have been good too.
yeah, absolutely.
Even to pair with this, it would be.
Or you could pair with any sort of like more hot Mexican cuisine, where you start pairing in like peppers and all
Right.
that. Where that would be a good complement, I think, to a beer like this.
Right.
Nice.
I'm kind of actually interested to see what it would be if you added some Tabasco to it just a little bit.
Oh, just dump a little Tabasco in the beer?
Yeah.
You suck.
Maybe. You could ruin it, though.
That's
You
true.
could ruin
That's
that
There's a
subtle
fine
interplay.
line between complimenting
There is.
And
There
just
is.
enhancing and kind of just
Bastardizing.
nosediving.
And you're right.
Mhm.
But hey,
Yeah.
Somebody might try it.
Yeah,
Might
somebody
like it.
being innovative.
Hey,
Yep.
let us know if you do in the
Yep.
comments. and
Give us
email
some
link down
feedback.
below. So what you've got here is you've got a very complex, very interesting beer that's worthy of discussion, and some very differing opinions on the beer.
I think we all agree it's a really good beer.
It's
It's,
a
just
solid
more of
beer.
like it's more of like our individual expectations of what it
Expectations
was.
and personal tastes.
Yep.
Which is what these beer reviews are really all about, because everybody's tastes are different,
Yep.
and this demonstrates it very clearly.
Personal preference over
Right.
everything else.
And experience comes into play as well, like you mentioned. So what I would say is try this beer for yourself, because it's definitely worthy of discussion.
Very good.
Definitely complex. It's got a great interplay. And I think this beer review has gone on for a lot longer than the
And-
last few we've done, because there's so much discussion to be had about
Right,
this.
and we're not all in total
And
agreement
like we
on
said,
that.
Exactly.
it's just it's something different from the norm.
Yeah, it is definitely
Try
a
it.
standout. So hit us up down below in the email link and the comments. Let us know what you think about this beer. Definitely got some different opinions. It's I venture to say it's a controversial beer.
But the consensus is that it is a good drink.
Beer.
It's a good beer, it's a good drink, it's a good experience. It's just a matter of like what we rate it as far as like what we both like.
Exactly.
If
Your
you like
personal
hoppy beer,
preference.
it's good.
Yeah, if it's
If you like
I was-
spicy beer,
If
yeah,
I was
it's not
gonna
as
say,
great.
I would say if it was based on hoppiness or IPA level, I would give it a 4 to a 4.5.
Yep. And you
Based
said that.
on heat, I would give it, for me, a 3.
Three.
Yep, because you saw, like you said, that habanero in
That's-
the label.
My ears go up when I see,
Yep.
and my eyes raise when I see habanero.
And you have a certain expectation
Yep.
of that beer that wasn't met.
Right.
Yep.
So there you go. But anyway, I'll also throw a user poll up here. You'll be able to rate the beer yourself, 1 through 5. Hopefully you have as spirited a discussion about this beer as we did, because it is worthy of talking. It's worthy of that discussion. Very interesting beer. Make sure to check it out. Thanks for checking us out. Until next time, folks. Cheers.
Keep drinking.
Rock on.
And out.
Oh, I thought you were going to finish it before he did for once. No.
Nope.
No, don't worry. I can never do it either.
I could, I don't want to.
He might not have done that if I hadn't said anything.
Yeah.
I was gonna anyway. But
Oh, okay.
I liked it.
Now, a little while back, we did a bit of a comparison with the Not Your Father's Hard Root Beer review.
Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for the beer, man. So, highly recommended by you. The Extreme Beer Fest this weekend. We'll be able to get a hold of, I believe it's the American. Yeah, that was spectacular.
oh,
I'm
dude.
so quick
That-
right now.
the other one that I let in the other video that you kept in.
Boosh, you look like you haven't showered in like a week.
I showered this morning.
With a bar of grease.
With a tub of Crisco.
Combed my hair with
Get
a
that-
rack of ribs.
Kind of have that Scott
No,
Hall
it's that
look going
friggin'
on.
it's muggy.
Yeah, it is. But I hear what
Really
you're
good.
saying.
I thought it was more IPA. I almost would compare it to like a hoppiness of like a Monkey Fist.
Yeah.
And like I said,
Where,
though,
I mean, it's good for hoppiness, but I barely got any mango. And
Yeah.
the only subtleness you got was the
Excuse me.
aftertaste on the habanero.
Yeah.
if
I mean, there's still that little bit of scorch.
Well, yeah, I
little
mean,
bit of
you
heat.
taste it, but I mean, and
It's
even for
not
me,
in
it's
your
not
face.
right. And I want,
and if you
and I think I set the bar with like that scalping.
Oh man, that's
That one, you
That
could,
is-
you
that
opened
shit,
it,
that was awesome.
you opened it, and,
And
it
you
was
could
like,
smell it.
in your face already.
and that was the bar I set.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, I mean, the mango, like you said, completely disappeared the second that spiciness started coming through.
Oh
It just
yeah.
completely
Well, I mean, you
overwhelmed
could barely.
and the other thing is, if you drink it quick, like I just did,
Mhm.
you do get the habanero.
So
well, yeah,
it's
but
more
you've
of
got it's a
scorcher, but-
volume.
It is, but
You'd
it's
have to-
more of a volume.
Right, you'd have to chug it to really get the
Right.
whoo.
And you shouldn't have to do
No,
that.
I
if you
want to.
the spiciness.
Yeah, I
from it.
want.
Right.
Because
But
I mean,
if you-
that Sculpin Bay, I could just take a sip of it and it would
It
burn.
was good.
It
The
was
thing
a
is,
burn.
if you actually did drink, if you drank more of these,
It probably
quick,
cumulatively.
it would be accumulatively.
Right, but I don't want to have to chug 3
No,
beers to
just
get a
to get it
desired
right.
effect.
When you can
Right.
just do one of another one.
Right.
Now you wait till we get the crime and punishment. Because that,
You know-
I told you, that Albanero Sculpin was great. It's got a great burn to it.
Mhm.
Crime and punishment, those are my yardsticks. Those beers will
You know,
fucking
like
incinerate you.
Good, and that's
You know-
what I want.
you know,
We
like
just
I
gotta track
mentioned.
down a bottle of punishment and we will be ready to go.
You know, just like I mentioned with the.
How much do those bottles go for?
With the
Sorry to
Chipotle.
interrupt.
It's less than 20.
Oh, that's not
So,
bad.
yeah, exactly.
And what is it,
That
like
size
a
bottle.
24 ounce?
Yeah, it's
Just your average big
24
boy.
to 32. Yeah, like the crime that I picked up.
Right.
I pointed out those other stone brews with the red labels to you.
Yep.
Yep.
The Southern Chard and the Crime at Trade Winds. It's that size.
Oh, yeah.
Cork and everything.
The other thing
Of
that would be
course.
good.
Sweet.
The other thing that would be good, if you actually added it into like barbecue sauce, if you wanted to do that.
I bet